Hey there. Not too long ago, it was announced that a YouTuber that I used to watch religiously by the name of Technoblade passed away. And when I heard that, I wanted to make a really quick video or rant, I guess, talking about my experiences with watching his content and kind of what he did for me and by extension other people. I kind of dragged my feet a little bit on making this because I wasn't really in a place where I had enough privacy, but I finally got the chance now. So I had always known about his channel for many years. I'm pretty sure the first video that I watched was the Antarctic Empire, but I didn't start really getting invested in his channel until around March of 2020 when the COVID pandemic started really picking up and I had nothing to do. One day I just was scrolling through YouTube and I saw a live stream going on of someone doing Minecraft story mode, which I didn't really like particularly as a game, but I just decided to watch it because I recognized the YouTuber who was making it, and I loved sitting there and watching this guy rip into the video game that he was playing for hours. At the end of the stream, he announced that he was gonna do the next episode in the series the next day at I think it was 3 in the afternoon. And I made sure that I was not doing anything that day so that I could then sit down and watch that stream as well. And as you can imagine, it was very easy to do that because, well, I was quarantining. There was nothing going on in my life. But that ended up being one of the primary things that filled up my time whenever I wasn't hanging out with family. As time went on and I watched more of Technoblade's content, something that I began to notice was he seemed like someone that I could kind of relate to. I remember during one of his Dream SMP live streams, he talked about how at one point he considered making videos talking about ancient Greek history and Greek mythology. And I'm a history buff. It was kind of nice knowing that a YouTuber that I really enjoyed watching had a similar interest there. Another thing was that a lot of the servers that he was involved in tended to have a political angle to them. So the Antarctic Empire, a lot of the L'Manberg related aspects of Dream SMP. And I remember being obsessed with that because I loved all of the political analogies that I could make with real life history and whatnot. Technoblade basically gave me a lot of those things that I could be interested in. And it didn't stop there. A lot of times it seemed like Techno's humor wasn't necessarily built around having ingenious, well-crafted jokes. It was always just really dry, sometimes edgy humor that came out of nowhere. And I personally tend to rely on that because I'm not that great at coming up with jokes in the moment. And another thing was Techno seemed to some extent like an introvert. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I really related to that because I am a very inactive person. I never like doing sports. I always enjoy doing things on the internet or drawing stuff on my own. And a lot of the time it felt nice having a YouTuber who shared an interest in history, shared a personality trait, and had a sense of humor that I kind of aspired towards. I started seeing him as kind of a goal that I could set for myself in that I wanted to also do YouTube. I didn't really think about a lot of this until very recently when the video that announced his passing was uploaded. When it first came out, I didn't even watch it. I got the notification, I saw the title, I saw the thumbnail, which was just a black screen, and I instantly knew what it was. I did not want to confirm it to myself because he was probably my favorite YouTuber. And when I finally did watch the video and I did look at all of the outpouring of love and support for him, I saw a lot of people talking about how he was always patient, he was always considerate of other people, he was always friendly to as many people as possible. And I had already kind of identified myself a little bit with him. And suddenly the thought occurred to me, oh my god, he sounds like such a better person than I ever will be. I mean, I'm probably being a little harsh on myself when I say that, but I just thought it was interesting how that was the first thought that occurred to me when I was looking at a lot of what people were saying about him. And I think now that he's gone, I kind of want to try at least to become whoever people were describing there. So thank you for that. I miss Technoblade.